Hi everybody, and welcome to the actual shop, and welcome to another live stream here at EP3D Studio. I guess you can call this place in here. I'm your host Matthew, and in front of me behind you is my producer wife Emily. Say hello.
Hello.
Audio's working, right? Is this thing on? Okay, good. Sorry, I just thought about that. I don't remember if I turned them on or not. Today we're doing stream. Obviously, we're in a different location. We are downstairs in the.
What?
I know,
Holy
right?
moly.
I would have never thought. Shut up, jerk. Smart aleck. So we're continuing on with the mega mod of the Sidewinder X2, and part of that is to machine the pockets larger for our. We're doing 40/40 vertical shaft thingies. My words aren't wording right now. So I got my work all viced up in here, and we're pretty much ready to go. I got to find my work coordinates, do my zeros, and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're gonna get a little bit of a machine shop lesson while we're doing 3D printing stuff, which is, I know, right?
I didn't come here to learn.
Oh no.
Ew.
Gross. Learn. So before we get too far, introduction. Who's all here? Hi, Emily. I see you.
Okay, good. Baron's here, says hello, everybody.
Hi, Baron.
Oh, Baron. Not cool, man. He says it's 84 degrees.
Wow.
He's asking Drew if it ever gets warm there. It snowed today in Alberta.
Drew was showing me that. Yeah, we had a pretty good hailstorm yesterday. It dropped down pretty hard.
We're gonna see snow next week.
We might see snow next week down in Oregon.
Drew's here. Drew says hello. Can you believe we made it? Can you believe we got snow today in Alberta?
I can believe it. It's cold here. It's cold down here. It is very toasty cold in this shop.
Yeah, we're gonna go south to see colder weather.
Yeah.
Rich is here.
Hi, Rich. Welcome to the show. Boy, this is weird doing a live down here.
Rich says it was 85 there yesterday.
In New York?
Man, you and Baron, you're in cahoots, aren't you?
Right. It's like 40s today. It's cold.
Oh, Drew says that everybody there isn't happy about it, but they need the water, though. It's super dry.
Yeah, we could use the water, too, because, it doesn't rain enough here in the Pacific Northwest.
And we're offline.
Huh?
And we're online.
It could be your laptop. That streaming box is hardwired. It's not dropping.
Oh, which one's it going off of? That's the question.
Your laptop is trying to communicate through the Wi-Fi upstairs.
Right. But is that what's talking to them, or is this what's talking? You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know.
Baron says, today's side quest, setting up a mill before we can actually get into the stream.
Right. Well, I had it all set up, and I did some testing, some moving around, just to make sure I got my bearings right. So, but I'm gonna kind of show you all the process if we got time.
You can do that while I go get my glasses.
Yeah, when you get your glasses, I'll start doing this.
Jeremy Pelling's with us, says, hey peeps.
What's up, Jeremy?
Baron said hi to me. Hey, Baron. Rich says, wow, look at all those fancy tools.
I like my tools.
He does. I can second that.
Whatever.
Does. Baron says, is it a tram? Tram, I'm assuming.
Tram.
Whatever. Rich says, hopefully he can machine shop better than he is wording today.
I surely hope so, Rich. You're correct. I really hope so, because, man, I'm not wording good at all.
Brant Miller says, hello, all.
Hello, sir.
Adam Polkosnik says, hello.
Hi, Adam. Wow, we're getting some new folks in here today. New faces. We like new faces. It's cold.
Rich says it's 65 in Albany at the moment. Here in Washington, it is 47 and very rainy. Mm-hmm. So we feel the cold weather.
Very rainy.
Coldish weather. Not true cold weather, but like cooler.
The occasional downpour of ice pellets. What?
Offline. Online.
Just ignore that. It's fine.
It covers my reading.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. If we go in and out, I apologize, everybody. Our internet doesn't like to hang out with us down here.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi down here is not great. That's why I have the streaming box, hardwired. It's 100-foot long Ethernet cord.
But again, if it's going on, if like the laptop's telling the YouTubers, then anyway. Omar says hello from Switzerland.
Hello, Omar from Switzerland.
And Drew says your shop isn't heated. Lame.
I know, right? I got a gas line right there too. We talked about putting a heater in here. A little gas heater at some point in time. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It's about 6 months out of the year I can't use it because it's just too cold.
Oh, I have a shop. It's too cold. Oh no.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Dad Egg says hi all.
What's up, Dad Eggs?
And Mike Irish says hi from Ireland.
I would have never guessed. Hi, sir, from Ireland.
Baron says 40 is our 2 days of winter here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh, and Rich says collect the ice pellets for the margaritas.
Ooh,
I like it.
I like that idea. It's a good one.
Okay, well, I get glasses. Are you good here?
Yeah, we are good. I was going to show this. Go get your glasses and all.
And Drew says also you don't have your internet hardwired there again? Again, lame.
Well, I guess I could bring a switch down here.
Are you good here, or do you want their picture-in-picture? Or just there?
Oh, we never even set
Or
up.
over here?
We never
Over
even
there?
set up the picture-in-picture, right? Did we?
Yeah, we did. It's right.
It is right.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I thought we were doing opposite land, but yeah. So yeah, that and picture-in-picture. So yeah, and I'll explain what I'm doing, and I apologize in advance with how noisy it's going to be, but this is going to be a very noisy stream.
I could probably just shut your mic off when you're using it. So
Yeah.
at least wait till I come back down. I can just shut mics off while you're using it.
Yeah.
Just
Well.
don't talk while you're using it.
Yeah. Yeah. Earmuffs, everyone. Go get your glasses.
Ding dong. Simon says hi from Germany.
Hi, Simon from Germany.
And Drew says when we put our shop up, heat and internet were at the top of the list. Well, Drew, it just snowed there. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta have heat at the top of your list. Like it never thaws out up there in the Great North.
Right.
All right.
All right. We're good.
Damn.
Is this the main? That's main, and that's main, and that's picture-in-picture. I don't remember how it's set up.
They're seeing this.
Okay.
And then this is your picture-in-picture.
Okay, so I'm little, that's big.
Well, I mean, regardless of where it's at, you're little.
Yeah, I'm
but-
little. Yeah, go get your glasses. Jerk. My goodness.
Can I scooch? Can I make it?
You're gonna bump the camera. It took me so long to get it there. Just go around. It's okay. They're gonna see your shoulder. Whang.
Then they'll know that I exist.
Oh, poor baby. Just go get your glasses. Ah, you see what I gotta deal with, people? And you kick the cord. Okay, so loud noises. Well, first. Okay, so yeah, we're here. This little guy, if you're not familiar, is called an edge finder. She's tripping. Girl, you tripping. How hard is it to get your glasses? So difficult. Okay, so this little guy is an edge finder. This helps me find, yeah, you too, edges. Yeah, so I got to zero this machine in 3 different directions. Well, technically 4, but 3 mainly. So I did myself a little sketch. And actually, I'll grab that right now. I got myself a little, if that's going to be in focus, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. It's a little bright. Yeah, my little sketch with some measurements on what I'm doing. Always good to preemptively do stuff like that, so you're not sitting here like, what do I do? So posted that up there. And one thing I noticed is that when I was setting all this up, the manufacturing tolerances that they use for this machine was not great. It'll be okay, but it's not. I'm halfway tempted to completely remake these pieces from scratch. And I will see once I start getting it together and start measuring squareness and stuff like that. If it's really bad, I'll probably end up doing that, just remaking these from scratch. I have enough material to do it. It's just frustrating because it's like I measured it. One of them is off by 0.003 of an inch, which, sorry everyone, I'm not using metric because my scales on this are all in imperials. So 3,000, someone do the math on what that is in millimeters. I don't know, a couple tenths of a millimeter, half a millimeter, something like that. So probably a couple tenths. So I don't know if that's going to be enough to cause any issues, and I might have enough clearance in my clearance holes for the fasteners to make up for that. So that's what I'm hoping for. We're going to press on with this, put it together, and I'll measure it and see how bad it is. And I'm hoping that we'll be okay, because it would take a while to remake. Well, it would take a little while to remake these things. I could do it though, and it would be better than the factory. The fact that they're using CNC equipment and they can't get as close as I can get with this is kind of frustrating, but they're mass production. They make thousands of these things, and I'm making one. So I need to find that edge to twice sort of, and then the back edge to start cutting some material out. And the biggest thing is I need to widen this channel by 20 millimeters, or what is that? 0.787 inches, so just over 3/4 of an inch. And she's back with her glasses. So we're gonna, and your parka, right? It's chilly, and I'm gonna have to zero my scales on both sides, but there's a little bit of backlash, about 11.5 thousandths of backlash. Like, I don't know what that is, a couple millimeters, which is kind of a lot. So I'll show you a trick if you have a machine or you want to learn something about zeroing these things. I'll show you a trick how to make up for the backlash perfectly. You're bringing your lunch. Don't bump the camera. Don't trip on the cord.
I've got to deal with you. I got to have some sort of snack.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, so let's get zeroing, shall we? We're going to start off, and we're going to use this edge here. It's nice and flat. Actually, I'm going to zero the back first.
Baron says, no noise mitigation software installed? Lame.
No, I know. All this high-tech stuff. Okay, phase converter on. Milling machine. You could ask them how loud it is.
All right, everybody, how bad is that?
How loud is it?
Unmute us and you can tell us how bad it is.
Right.
So Matt gets super focused when he does these things and doesn't talk. So I'll be sure that the second he turns it off to make him explain himself. Speaking of, explain yourself.
Explain myself. So this little tool helps me find hard edges, right? So this thing is exactly 200 thousandths of an inch wide. I don't know what that is in millimeters. About 5 millimeters, I think. I think 5 millimeters is like 0.199 or something like that. Okay, but whatever. My scales read 200 thousandths per rotation. So I just find the edges, go to 100, and then roll back to 0, which is what I did here while I'm off. So we're gonna roll back to 0 here.
Damien, we haven't seen you in forever. Says saludos desde Argentina.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I need my little dial indicator.
Everybody says they've heard worse. Not as loud as the Kiss concert.
That's fair.
Baron asked, showing my ignorance here, 3,000ths off. 3,000ths off? Is it bad?
So typical, for handmade stuff, typical tolerance is about 1,000ths, right around there, maybe a little bit less is very attainable, and it's not too difficult to do. With CNC stuff, half of that shouldn't be a problem. So I don't know what they have their tolerance metric is, if it's plus or minus 2, plus or minus 1.5, or but obviously they're probably working in metric, so I don't know what 0.003 inches is in millimeters. I don't know that off the top of my head. Someone can math that for me.
Drew, where you at? You're a conversion
right.
expert.
So, all right. Now,
let's see. Also, we've started a new thing, by the way.
where do we start?
Rich says the mill isn't hooked up to a Raspberry Pi running Clipper to control it. Lame.
This is about the most low-tech product I have, huh? It'd be fun to get DROs for it one day.
I thought I would be the most low-tech product you have. Anyway.
Wow. Okay.
Rich says maybe you just need to go over to China and show them how it's done, Matt.
I probably do.
Baron's requesting elevator music.
Okay. So that side is zeroed. We're at 0. That means we're at 0 on my dial indicator, and I can't really show you that. I couldn't find the right camera angle. Actually, maybe I can. What if? Yeah. I might can do this, actually.
Oh, man. Jeremy Pelling came in like 0.0762 millimeter.
0.07.
Came in a couple seconds before Drew, and then Baron a couple seconds after Drew. You guys are awesome.
Right. I might be able to do this and show you guys what exactly I'm doing here. So bear with me. If I get on the flat edge of that. All right. Now I just got to remember that everything's backwards since I'm going to be moving the thing. So can we see? No, we can't see the gauge, can we? Nope. Okay, so that ain't going to work. Never mind. Essentially, I will try to explain what it is. Explain what it is that I'm doing here.
Explain yourself.
Explain myself.
Rich says, that's really tiny. Submit the metric.
Yes, it is. It is very small, but at the same time, when you're talking like machining standards, that's a lot. It is a lot. Being that my indicator here, each tick mark is 0.0005 inches.
Could you set it to your vise instead?
I tried, and it's just that I don't have.
To your vise on the bottom.
Right here?
Yeah.
But the gauge needs to ride up against like a fixed point. So, all right. So I zero this out. I know my scale is 0 on that side going in this direction. So I need to know, so basically I need to zero this one, and since there's some backlash and it's about 11.5 thousandths, but I want to get it as close as I can, so I'm using the indicator. So I will run this in this direction and then go back toward it. And so basically I ran away, my dial went backwards, so I'm going to go toward it till I get to 0. So that gauge or that dial on that handle is reading 0 going in this direction. So anytime I want to translate in this direction, I'm going to do it from that dial. Anytime I want to translate from this direction, I'm going to do it, or from this direction, I'm going to do it with this dial. So I'm going to dial this in to 0 on my indicator where that was at 0. So, and that makes up for the backlash.
Baron says, Google foo is strong in Germany.
Right.
Drew says he works to 0.5 millimeter with woodworking. The wood alone can be moved due to humidity.
Yeah,
Plus or minus 3 millimeters. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's wood. It's going to swell and
That's
stuff like that.
Lot.
We wouldn't get that kind of swelling even with temperature in metal. So, okay, so we're zeroed around the board here. That's what we want. We're going to switch this bit out to a bit that cuts metal.
How many of you all are insulted that there's nothing 3D? Well, okay, there's one thing 3D printed in view here.
My drill stand.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the only 3D printed thing here.
That was one of the first things I 3D printed. That has been around for, what, 4 years?
Just saying.
Yeah. All right. And this mill is gigantic, and I'm not. Is it cutting my head off?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's okay. We'll just go to the view of the close-up view.
Right.
Which, thank goodness, your tummy's not in the way.
Right. Oh, I tried.
Loud clanging sounds.
Yes. Loud noises, everyone. All right. Right there.
Oh, see, now we're missing out on that fun, though.
So for cutting, I'm using this 1/2 inch 2 flute end mill. It's a high-speed steel, perfect for aluminum. So. I want to get one of those air-powered drawbars. Vroom.
How'd that go?
Vroom. Okay. Now, big thing is crank this up a little bit there.
To 11.
To 11. Now, I don't want to go any deeper than this depth, so I'm just
can't
gonna
see anything with your hand there.
right. I don't want to go any deeper than the depth of this, so to just get that, I'm gonna touch off. So basically, dry this down till it's just touching, and so it will skim it, but it won't take that much off when I do. So. I just need to find a good spot. Just a neutral, because you want to get the very tip of the milling cutter, because it's kind of concaved on the inside. So if you go to the middle, you're going to cut more. It's hard to explain. I'm not wording good.
You're trying today, aren't you? You're just trying to make me choke back all the jokes.
Oh, I'm sure. All right.
Not fair.
Boop. There it is. Now I will zero this scale. I'll come around here. This is my up and down.
All we can see is your back.
Yeah, I know. So this is one of those things, I need a camera on every scale. I need like 9 cameras to do this correctly.
Baron says, number of flutes like teeth on saw blades, and Drew says, yep.
Yep. So with softer materials, the lower number of flutes is better, just because like aluminum gets gummy and it will fill up in the flutes of the end mill and then cause surface problems. So that, and you usually run a little bit more RPM, turn in aluminum, just because it could expel the heat faster, so you could cut it a little bit quicker. So.
Also, you all letting you know, because we're working in the shop today, which is technically the garage, we will be finishing this exactly at the hour, because the light from outside is going to totally throw everything off when I go get the kiddo. So
right.
We're on a time crunch. Speaking of, I don't know why I said that, but you know, Rich says, since I'm more familiar with working with wood, this is sort of like a really really precise router.
Extremely precise, extremely heavy.
Very heavy.
Very powerful too. Yeah. So yeah, this thing weighs like 3,500 pounds. This machine. It's just a big hunk of cast iron.
Drew says you tighten the collet from the top.
Yes. So there's a bar that's a screw down bar, and it pulls up on the collet. Yeah. So the back of these collets here, it's threaded, and so the drawbar comes down. It's long. Goes all the way through, and you tighten it down, and it sucks this up. And then the inside of the shaft here, there's a keyway, and then it's got that same taper, and it sucks it in, and that's how you do it. So,
Jeremy says drawbar.
Drawbar, yep.
Baron says, understand aluminum gumming up a grinding wheel.
Yes, they make special grinding wheels just for aluminum and softer metals. So, but typically you could do that with sandpaper. That'll even gum up too, because it melts. It gets hot enough, it'll melt. So, back to my drawing here. I'm wondering, can I just do that in one fell swoop? I don't know.
If y'all are wondering, that weird piece of paper that you can't see anything on that's tied up to a bike back there, that is his schematic.
I showed them that.
Oh.
I took it down.
Excuse me.
Well, I wasn't one who left.
Oh, fighting words.
All right, we're gonna bring this down. I'm not gonna do that in one giant cut, so I'm just gonna eyeball. That looks good.
Lovely head.
I know. We're gonna start there, and just see what it sounds like. This stuff could be noisy.
I think because the mill's kind of loud, if you want to do your cut, I can
Yeah.
cut the mics for a few minutes.
Yeah, and let's go back to our 0 here, approximately.
Rich says, and we saw nothing on it.
Right. I'm gonna move my head. Yeah, that's center. Okay, I guess I could just look at the screen. Yeah, well, I'm at an angle there. So
It looked blank.
I gotta go over half of the width of my end mill, so 250.
They didn't see your drawing. They couldn't see it.
Right, so I'm zeroed on the edge. So the center line of the spindle is zeroed to the edge of this, and so I'm gonna go, the radius of my end mill is a 1/2 inch end mill, so 250 thousandths. So that's 200.
See what I mean, y'all? He gets to thinking and he just doesn't stop. So you're not missing anything with the sound while he's cutting this metal.
250, and then I have my offset done on my drawing. I'm gonna go over another.
Actually, Baron, one of our favorite pre-stream lunches is spicy mac and cheese.
Right, I should have done that math.
Kraft's got, what is it, a spicy Cheeto, like a hot Cheeto mac and cheese. It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's so good.
0, 7, 5.
Next time I'll feed him something a little bit more tame.
1, 325. I'm not mathing right now. 1.075 plus 0.25.
Hang on.
I'm not mathing.
I don't ever math.
I know. I knew I was going to miss a measurement on there.
Calculator. Okay, what were those numbers?
I think it was 1.325. Yeah.
1.325.
Okay, 1.325. That's
What?
it.
No. What were your numbers? Oh dear, what were your numbers?
1.075 plus 0.25. All right.
1.325.
1.325. So we're at 0.25 now. So that's 250, 300,
Ooh, chili. That sounds good. Chili and
All right.
spicy mac. That'd be fun.
400,
I like that.
600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,300, 1,325. 325. Yep. I've been working with metric for so long I don't understand these numbers. And that is approximately right. I didn't grab my scale either. I don't have my metric scale, do I? I'm not prepared. Does this have millimetrics?
Millimetrics?
Millimetrics? It doesn't. I could approximate though. So about 8/10, so 16/10.
Is your bat?
Yep.
Are you?
Yep.
You're
we're good.
plugged in, right?
Huh?
You're plugged in here.
I should be. Why?
It's flashing what looks like a battery in an A.
No, that means there's no SIM card in it, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Okay. So.
Drew says it's because Imperial sucks.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. We are going to do it to it. Let's start cutting. That just looks like a lot more, but actually, can you hand me that? On the bench there, on the shelf, there's those extrusions, plastic wrapped. Hand me that.
These?
Yep.
Oh, can I throw them?
Please don't.
Please? Please? Party pooper.
I know, right? Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Measure twice, cut once, right? Measure 3 times, cut once. Okay, loud noises again.
right, y'all, how's that? I had Matt turn his mic off, so you can still hear all the noise, but you get to hear it from my side. Jeremy, I see you say that you love the sound of milling mills, so let me know how bad that is. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Huh?
He said too far.
Yeah, I went down a little too far, I think. So we're gonna.
Oh, he says that's why it's so uneven.
So,
We just skimmed right over the back two. Didn't even touch them.
yeah. The back one, it was deeper by a little bit.
All we can see is your head.
I know.
How big of a difference do you have there?
Huh?
How big of a difference do you have there?
It was 10,000ths of a difference.
Matt says there was 10,000ths of a difference there between the back and the front.
Up while I'm at it.
He says while he's at it, he might as well square them up. Drew's got to go.
Oh no.
Drew's got dinner and soccer. He's got to run. So Baron wants to know the bottoms from this point of view were off as well.
Can't hear you. What?
He can't even hear me. Oh, his hand's a lot further away than it looks like in that picture, I promise.
We're going to go down just a couple more just to flatten it out.
He says he's going to go down just a couple thousand more just to flatten it out.
I know.
So Baron says, you gotta turn your mic back on, by the way.
It's back on. It should be.
So Baron says, so the bottoms from this point of view were off as well?
Yes. So one side was cut a little deeper than the other, which hence why the thing could never get quite square. So and part of doing this is just so I can get the whole gantry squared up.
Oh, that's gonna be loud. No, 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 no. No, hey. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I tried to tell him. I'm sorry.
Some deburring will be required, obviously.
Is your mic still on, or did you leave your mic on for that?
I covered it up.
Dude.
Oh, no. Okay.
Rude.
Rude.
Baron says, so new question.
Yes.
Do they make end mills that will work on a drill press, like a 3/8 or ½ inch?
Yeah.
Half shank.
Yes. So the big thing with the drill press, though, is you got to be careful with your drill chuck. So your stack up of all your different pieces. You could have some lateral instability with a drill press. So if you're going to use a drill press to try to do something like this, very light cuts. And practice on a piece of metal you don't care about to find the limit of your drill press. Generally, it's not recommended to use a drill press as a milling machine, but in a pinch, I'm sure you could figure out a way. So, yeah, okay.
Drew had said he wanted to see the G code.
The G code right here.
Baron had said you should have just used a dado blade.
A dado stack. Sure, it's not as precise. So I'm going for precision, as much as I can get out of a 30-year-old machine. So now I need to spot drill my holes since I'm already zeroed before I take this out of here, because there's this cutout here for the, there's a circuit board underneath in the printer that has the plug for the ribbon cables. So I need to take off another 20 millimeters of this in this direction, which I will do last. First, I want to spot drill my holes.
You got 15 minutes.
Huh?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. I could probably get the holes done. So, back in my head again. And you'll see why.
Oh, he's going to get back up on his little stool now.
Yep. On my little stool.
Well, that's not as fun, though. Gotta at least get the picture in picture so you can see the parts coming out, right?
Yeah.
And Drew had to run. He's got dinner and soccer.
Oh, no. Ugh.
I'm assuming soccer happens on Tuesdays, because every time we do a Tuesday stream, he has to run early.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Is it, though?
No. Drew, you're fired. All right. Stuff takes so long. Okay. And I've already got my drill bit selected. Oh, wrong direction.
What did you get all over yourself there?
Oil. Yeah, this thing leaks a little bit. It's okay. And so my first hole, 0.397.
Look at that. That thing even's got millimeters on it.
Huh?
Your little collet thing. It's got millimeters on it.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. 397.
Rich says, wait, is Drew getting paid? I mean, if you could fire him, that means he was getting paid, right?
No. That's my 0, so 397. Actually, I need to go this way. So that's my 0. Yeah, 397.
He was getting paid in appreciation, Rich.
200.
He never felt it. Y'all never felt
300.
it. But apparently we were paying him in appreciation.
That's funny. 397. All right, and then, oh boy, we are, where's my 0 on this? Oh, that magnet stuck good. 394, so 200, 394. And, perfect. All right. We're gonna go over, I need to do more math for me. Another measurement I failed to get. You ready?
Baron says, almost 2-day print near to being finished, and there's still stuff on the spool. And there was much rejoicing.
Right.
I was kind of worried.
All right, math for me.
Yep.
0.787.
0.0.
0.787
Uh-huh.
plus 0.397.
1.184.
1.184. All right.
Why are our measurements so hard? Like,
Well, because I'm converting metric to standard.
I know.
So these are all nominal measurements in metric, plus or minus a half a millimeter here or there for tolerance
Right,
purposes.
but that's what I'm saying. Why do freedom units have to be so difficult?
This is actually pretty good. So that's 400. I'm going for 1,184. 400, 600, 800, 1,184. 1,184. This is where it's nice to have my metric scale just to kind of get an idea, but I don't. I'm actually going to lock that down too. 787.
What were you printing, Baron, that took 2 days?
That's correct. Okay. I'm about to drill some holes.
I'm trying really hard here, okay?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Mike.
That is a lot of deflection.
A lot of deflection.
Yeah, as if it's not centered. So it's going to drill at an angle if I do it that way.
It says there's a lot of deflection, so it's not centered. It's going to drill at an angle if he does it that way. I mean, when you're not drilling, you could turn your mic back on. There it is.
It's smooth. It's just I need a deeper.
Oh, nice,
lot.
Baron. Are you going to do like a cosplay thing, or is it just for just for fun?
I should have been dead center.
Ten minutes. Ooh, had to split it into 2 separate prints. That's tough. Be interesting to try out. I saw that there's apparently this PLA glue that you can get, which basically once it hardens, it turns into PLA, so it fuses to an actual like PLA layer and is supposed to really like bind your prints together. It'd be fun to get some of that and try it out. Simon Grimm says, love this stream, maybe my next project. I have a Sidewinder X2 with clipper and a BTT Pi and micro probe.
Nice.
Is there a video to do an ADXL sensor?
I've done videos on it, yes.
That's awesome, Baron. Hopefully you send us a picture eventually when you get it all done. You'll have to put a picture of your full armor in the Discord. It'd be super cool. Eventually, you need to make me a Discord.
Yes, I do.
So that you guys can't talk crap about me anymore when I'm not around.
Why are none of my centering bits? I guess I could just use it in the drill chuck. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? That's what I always do.
Baron says he thinks that glue stuff is called 3D lac. Has anybody tried it? Does it work? Is it awesome? Is it terrible?
Pinchy. That should be rigid enough.
Nice head. Microphone. Microphone. Oh, you moved the camera. Oh no, you moved your whole thing down.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Better.
How's that?
Better.
That should prevent the drill from deflecting now.
Matt says that should prevent the drill from deflecting. Okay, 5 minutes.
I can finish these holes in 5 minutes. Sort of, actually.
Ray made it in. He says,
Ray!
finally got in. Hope you're all doing good and your microphone's still off. Yvette Nut says, do you want to borrow my Precision Matthews?
Oh, I would love that. My dream is a Precision Matthews.
Right?
The lathe, the tool room lathe, man, that's a nice lathe. The same one A-Bomb79 got, if you're familiar with his channel. 1/4 inch.
Simon says you need to print a CNC machine.
That would be clever.
Simon
Wow,
says,
those are
so.
wide open. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start here.
Adam says, anyone try to mod their X2 to use the original touch screen with Clipper? And there's a couple answers that are coming in. Some tutorials to use it. Rich says that he doesn't think you can.
I mean, there might be a way to modify the firmware on it to make it work, but I don't know how. So, more drilling.
Avon Nut says a little cutting oil might help.
It's not going to stop the deflection if it's off.
Do you want to do your mic?
It is off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How close those are right now? I'm drilling my parallels.
I think he means you've been making all these cuts without any oil.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. All the way back over here. And that was the first one. It's 394. Spot drilled.
Mike? Whew, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right, probably enough for an outro.
Probably enough for a what?
An outro.
Oops. Sorry, guys. This thing's acting up today.
Put a tool away.
Who are you?
I know, right? Well, I didn't get a good view of that. Perfect. All right. She is opened up.
Sorry.
I have
Sorry,
lots
guys.
of deburring to do, obviously. I think my end mill there might be a little bit on the dull side. That's how you get those burrs, is from it being kind of dull. So, but that's a start. I've got it opened up, got the holes spot drilled. I will have to open them up a little wider on the back side, but I could do that by hand. Now that they're spot drilled, it'd be easy, or just float this on there. I don't need to have it in the vise for that. Next, I got to take this piece out and widen this area by 20 mil. That'll be pretty quick and simple, but we don't have time today. I'll probably do that off camera and start test fitting pieces. Big thing is next week, do we want more of this? Because there's lots more.
There will be no next week.
There will be no next week. You're right. We will be.
We will not be available next week for a live stream. The week after, Matt might do a live stream, but it might be solo. So if you don't see him for either of those, we will be back the week after to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah. Holy cow. times of flying. And she's leaking oil. Ooh.
Oops. That means it's 4 o'clock.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Wow, this hour went by super fast. Holy cow. I know this is a bit different. Hopefully we enjoyed the format, the back of my head most of the time.
Oh yeah, love it.
And the noise.
Love it.
And I got obviously some cleanup and deburring to do. I could do that later. And if you have any questions about this, please ask. I'll be willing to share any information I know.
Rich says solo mat is always entertaining.
It is fun. And we might do that. We'll do something down here in the studio or something. So, but we do got to get going. Thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't yet, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And we got some big plans for the summer. Big things coming down. So I'm in contact with some people. We'll just say that.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
You've already promised us a video of something for Big Tree Tech, and you still haven't given us a video for anything for Big Tree Tech.
It's on its way.
Under promise, over deliver.
Right? Oh, it's the neighbor's car.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everyone. We got to go. Happy 3D machining printing. I don't know. But we do got to go. Thanks to all for watching. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Ta-ta, bye-bye, whatever you call it.
Cutting you off.
You did.